nobody knows how the universe ends. Not exactly, but scientists have narrowed it down to 10 possibilities, and every single one of them is stranger than anything you've been taught to imagine. Some end with silence, some end with violence. One of them might already be happening right now, and we'd have no way of knowing. So let's find out. Welcome to Beyond the Void, where we take the biggest, strangest questions in science and actually go looking for answers. Not the textbook version, the real version, the one that keeps physicists up at night. If you've ever looked at the night sky and felt like there's something out there you're not being told, subscribe. Because that feeling is right. These are the top 10 ways the universe could end. And we're starting at the bottom. Because number one is the answer nobody expected: the Big Crunch. For most of human history, scientists assumed the universe was eternal. Then, in the 20th century, everything changed. We discovered the universe is expanding, every galaxy rushing away from every other galaxy at incredible speed. But what if that expansion slows down? What if gravity, the most patient force in the universe, eventually wins? In the Big Crunch scenario, the expansion of the universe gradually reverses. Galaxies stop moving apart and begin falling back toward each other, slowly at first, then faster and faster. Over billions of years, everything in existence collapses inward. Stars collide, galaxies merge, temperatures rise to unimaginable levels, until finally all of space, time, matter, and energy is crushed back into a single point smaller than an atom. The entire universe, compressed into nothing. The Big Crunch is essentially the Big Bang played in reverse. And the terrifying part? If it happens, nothing survives. Not a single atom. Not a single memory that the universe ever existed at all. Heat death. This is currently the most widely accepted theory among cosmologists, and it may be the most haunting of all. The universe is not just expanding, it is expanding faster and faster every single year. Under this scenario, galaxies will eventually drift so far apart that no light from one can ever reach another. The night sky will go completely dark. Stars will burn out one by one over trillions of years. Black holes will slowly evaporate. Every source of energy in the universe will be consumed. And then, nothing. No heat, no light, no motion, no life. Just an infinite cold, dark void where temperature across the entire universe reaches absolute zero. This state is called maximum entropy. It is the universe reaching a point of such perfect stillness that nothing can ever happen again. No reactions, no change, no time in any meaningful sense. Physicists call it the heat death of the universe, the quiet, patient, inevitable end of absolutely everything. Not with a bang, not with a crunch, but with a silence so complete it is impossible for the human mind to truly comprehend. The Big Rip. We know the universe is expanding, but scientists have discovered something disturbing hiding inside that expansion. A mysterious force called dark energy. We cannot see dark energy. We cannot touch it. We have no idea what it actually is, but we know it exists because the universe is not just expanding. It is accelerating. Something is pushing space itself apart at an ever-increasing rate. Now here is where it gets terrifying. Some models suggest dark energy could grow stronger over time. And if it does, it will not just push galaxies apart, it will eventually overpower every force in the universe. First, galaxy clusters will be torn apart. Then, individual galaxies. Then, solar systems. Then, planets. Then, the very atoms that make up all matter will be ripped apart at the subatomic level. In the Big Rip, dark energy becomes so powerful that space itself is shredded into nothingness. The universe does not collapse or fade. It is violently torn to pieces. Every structure that has ever existed, destroyed in a cascade of cosmic violence that nothing can escape. Calculations suggest this could happen in approximately 22 billion years, and there is absolutely nothing in the laws of physics that rules it out. Number 7. The Big Bounce. What if the universe does not end at all, but simply resets? The Big Bounce theory suggests that the universe operates in an eternal cycle. It expands, reaches its maximum size, collapses back in a big crunch, and then explodes outward again in a new Big Bang, over and over for eternity. In this scenario, our universe is not the first. There were universes before ours, perhaps infinitely many, each one living and dying and giving birth to the next. And when our universe ends, another will be born from its ashes. It sounds almost poetic, but the scientific implications are deeply unsettling. If the Big Bounce is real, then everything that exists right now, every star, every planet, every life form, every thought you have ever had, will be completely erased. No memory will carry over, no trace will remain. A new universe will begin with no knowledge that we ever existed, as though we never happened at all. Number 6. Vacuum decay. This one requires you to understand something about the fabric of reality itself. Quantum physics tells us that empty space is not actually empty. It has an energy level, a state of stability that physicists call the quantum field. Right now, the universe exists in what scientists believe is a metastable state, stable enough to function, but not at its lowest possible energy level. Think of it like a ball sitting in a valley on the side of a mountain. It is stable for now, but it is not at the bottom of the mountain, and if something nudges it, even a random quantum fluctuation, it could roll down. If the universe's quantum field drops to a lower energy state, it creates a bubble of true vacuum, a sphere of completely different physics that expands outward at the speed of light. Inside this bubble, the laws of physics as we know them cease to exist. Atoms cannot form, chemistry is impossible, life is impossible. This bubble expands in all directions at 300,000 kilometers per second. You would never see it coming. There would be no warning, no time to react. One moment, you exist. The next moment, the very laws of physics that hold your atoms together simply stop working. The entire observable universe converted to a state of physics incompatible with existence in less than an instant. Number 5. The Big Freeze. Similar to heat death, but with one crucial and deeply disturbing difference. In the Big Freeze scenario, the universe continues expanding until all matter reaches a state of absolute thermodynamic equilibrium. Stars exhaust their fuel, galaxies go dark. But unlike heat death, in some models of the Big Freeze, quantum fluctuations continue happening in the void. And here is the part that keeps physicists up at night. Given infinite time, random quantum fluctuations could theoretically reassemble matter into complex structures, including brains, conscious minds that spontaneously appear out of nothing in the middle of the frozen void, with no body, no world, no context, just a single moment of awareness surrounded by infinite darkness before dissolving back into chaos. These hypothetical entities are called Boltzmann brains, named after physicist Ludwig Boltzmann. And if the universe lasts long enough, which in this scenario it does, you are statistically more likely to be a Boltzmann brain experiencing a false reality than a real being living in a real world. The Big Freeze does not just end the universe, it questions whether our experience of reality right now is even real. Number 4. Magnetic monopoles. In the earliest moments after the Big Bang, theoretical physics predicts that exotic particles called magnetic monopoles were created in enormous quantities. Unlike regular magnets, which always have a north and south pole, a magnetic monopole would be a single isolated magnetic charge, north only or south only. We have never found one, but we have never proven they do not exist. If magnetic monopoles exist in sufficient quantities throughout the universe, they could catalyze proton decay, the breaking down of protons, which are the fundamental building blocks of all visible matter. If protons decay, atoms fall apart. If atoms fall apart, everything made of matter, Stars, planets, your body, every physical object in existence slowly dissolves over an incomprehensibly long time scale. The universe would not explode, it would not collapse, it would simply disintegrate, atom by atom, particle by particle, until nothing material remains. Number 3. Phantom energy rip. We discussed dark energy earlier with the Big Rip, but phantom energy is dark energy's far more violent and unstable cousin. Standard dark energy maintains a roughly constant energy density as the universe expands. Phantom energy, in contrast, grows denser as the universe expands. It feeds on expansion to become stronger. The more space grows, the more powerful it becomes. In the phantom energy scenario, this self-amplifying force grows without limit. It does not just shred galaxies and atoms like the Big Rip, it tears apart space-time itself. The very fabric of the universe, the invisible structure on which all of reality is woven, is ripped into disconnected fragments. What comes after is not darkness or cold or silence. It is something for which human language has no word. A state where space and time themselves no longer exist in any coherent form. Where the concept of after becomes meaningless because time itself has been destroyed. Number 2. False vacuum collapse. You may think this sounds similar to vacuum decay from earlier, but false vacuum collapse operates at an entirely different level of terror. The Higgs field, the invisible field that gives all particles their mass, may currently exist in a false vacuum state, stable enough to persist, but not at its true lowest energy. Physicists who analyze data from the Large Hadron Collider calculated that based on the mass of the Higgs boson, our universe sits right on the edge between stable and metastable, right on the knife's edge of a catastrophic collapse. If the Higgs field collapses to its true vacuum, the change would propagate through the universe at the speed of light. Every particle would instantly change its fundamental properties. Electrons would have different masses. The forces that hold nuclei together would change. Every atom in existence would rearrange or fall apart simultaneously. The physicist who first calculated this probability described it simply. We might be living in a universe that is not entirely stable, and that could tunnel to a state of low energy at any time. Anytime. Including right now, while you are watching this video. Number 1. The last black hole. Every other scenario on this list involves violence, collapse, explosion, tearing, decay. But the true final end of the universe, if current physics is correct, will be something far quieter. And somehow, far more final. Black holes are the last surviving structures in the universe. Long after every star has burned out, long after every galaxy has gone dark, black holes will remain. Patient, massive, waiting. But even black holes are not eternal. Stephen Hawking proved mathematically that black holes slowly leak energy in the form of radiation, what we now call Hawking radiation. Incredibly slowly, a black hole the mass of our Sun would take 10 to the power of 67 years to evaporate. A supermassive black hole at the center of a galaxy would take 10 to the power of 100 years. These numbers are so large, they have no meaning in human experience. The current age of the universe is 13.8 billion years. These timescales make that look like a single heartbeat. But eventually, after a period of time so vast, it makes the rest of cosmic history look like a single second. The last black hole will finish evaporating. It will release one final burst of Hawking radiation. And then there will be nothing. Not darkness, not cold, not silence. Because darkness and cold and silence require space to exist in. There will simply be nothing. No space, no time. No matter, no energy, no memory that any of this ever happened. The last black hole will be the universe's final full stop. 10 ways the universe could end. 10 conclusions that science has seriously considered. And perhaps the most disturbing truth of all, we do not know which one is correct. It may be one of these. It may be something we have not even imagined yet. But here is the thought we want to leave you with. You are a conscious being, made of atoms forged in ancient stars, living on a tiny rock, orbiting one of 400 billion stars in just one of 2 trillion galaxies. Somehow aware of all of this, somehow able to ask these questions, whatever end the universe chooses. That fact alone is extraordinary. This was Beyond the Void. If this video changed the way you think about existence, subscribe right now because we are just getting started. Next week, we go even deeper into the top 10 things NASA found and never fully explained. The void is waiting.